News happens every minute. If you see something the rest of Chicago needs to know about, call the 89 WLS News Tip Hotline at 312-236-0507.
Well, some sad news. Lauren Cohn, John Cass here. Really sad.
Yeah, Tom Clancy, celebrated author, has died at the age of 66. Do you know he was an insurance salesman before he wrote all those fantastic books like Hunt for Red October and Clear and Present Danger? I love his books.
So just imagine him like driving through in Maryland and Bethesda from one cubicle to another in a boring little, insurance job, and then writing all these amazing techno thrillers, right?
And just fantastic, the detail in his books. Besides just the storyline, the detail when it comes to some of these stories was just so unbelievable. My favorite was Hunt for Red October.
That was one. I think that was the first one with Alec Baldwin and Sean Connery, right?
There is one question you haven't asked me yet. Why?
Yeah, that's when he's Captain Ramius. Remember?
Marco Ramius.
And he's heading towards, I guess, American waters to conduct those missile drills. And there's some controversy over the Red October, and so they send the Soviet Navy is after him to sink it. And
the Soviet Navy and the United States are going to try to sink it. And young Alec Baldwin convinces
Jack
the
Ryan.
Secretary of Defense not to do it. Okay, he was Jack Ryan, and then Harrison Ford was Jack Ryan in
Clear and Present Danger.
Clear and Present Danger and Patriot Game. Sean Bean was in that. I just think that the books were, and my favorite. I didn't see a movie made of it. Was Cardinal of the Kremlin, which is about a Soviet general who's leaking secrets to the United States. But some of the craft of the work, false flag, recruitment, stuff like that, I thought was really good. I thought he did a lot of research on his technical side and on the operations side of the CIA. The Central Intelligence Agency was the hero of those books and Central Intelligence officers. And I thought, they do a lot, and they're never discussed. The only time we discuss them are their failures, right?
Right.
And all the times they say and do things, you never hear about it because, they don't talk.
Well, what I love about it is you can fantasize when you read the books or even watch the movies. Is this really how our CIA operates? Is this really how the government operates? And who's friends with who, really? You can have sort of that fantasy in your head when you read his books.
And little groups of researchers with, he made, see, a lot of that is research, right? So it's a bunch of academics in cubicles with a lot of crap on their desks, and like they have like newspapers and everything falling off. And these guys get together and work ideas up. That's the analytical section. Jack Ryan in the Clancy novels was an analyst, and I just really liked reading them. It wasn't like reading serious fiction, right? But it wasn't the classics, and it wasn't like Crime and Punishment, but it was entertaining.
Very entertaining,
right? You turn the page.
They translate it into the big screen. Sometimes when you have a great book and you see the movie, you're sort of like, right. Obviously a lot of times the book's better than the movies. Things don't always translate well into the big screen.
Yeah, these did.
And they picked the right people, I think, for the to play the roles.
And the right time. The rise of Reagan, the Iranian hostage situation, all that stuff that was going on. And
listen, you can't put Sean Connery on the big screen, and you don't want to see it. I mean, no matter as the man ages, there's nothing sexier and smarter on screen than Sean Connery.
Lauren, I have one question for you.
Yes.
What are you prepared to do? Lauren Cohn, John Cassidy, and WS. Lauren, what do we got for tomorrow?
Yeah, the government shutdown will be day 3. Obamacare exchanges open, and we really want to hear from callers who are trying to get online and on the system what your experience has been. Are you finding out anything more? There seems to be not a lot of information coming out of the Gov office regarding what the rates really are and how they compare to other states. We'd like to know.
89 years of WLS.
I just drifted in there and went up to WLS.
You didn't put famed in there? No. Famed Steve Dahl. Defamed, I think you wanted it.
I do accept responsibility for things that have gone wrong.
Chicago's talk leader, 89 WLS.